Yeah. So I forgot we were going to record today.
That's all of us today.
Yeah.
I saw German's message beyond a 10, and I was like, oh, fuck.
I mean, we could flip on. We're already here, but it won't bother me too much.
We're already here. So you had a poopy day work?
No, that was yesterday. Today I was in Reno. It was horrible.
Oh, right. That's right. You're in Reno. Okay. Cool. Bonnie, are you on your phone now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't forget at my parents' house today.
Okay. Yeah. There's only a few spots in the episode where you cut out for like half a second, and it's like,
okay.
I'm like, I can't do anything about it. So whatever. People can just use, the fill in the blank part of their brain.
Their imagination.
It was probably Kriss sucks anyways.
I wonder why. You think her mic settings are off on Discord?
I think it was peaking on not peaking, but like clipping on her PS5.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like some parts she was totally like audible, and then other parts I think where Bonnie was getting excited and being a little bit louder.
I was going to say the same thing when she
it was
gets
clipping.
excited.
Yeah.
I was literally going to say the same when she gets excited. She's like, yeah, man, and then I...
Yeah. Exactly. It was exactly that.
But then
For every other word was freaking Kriss.
Yeah. But now that she's on her phone, she can get all excited all she wants. It doesn't matter. It won't clip her out. So
yeah. Speaking of getting excited, she got me the other day.
Huh.
She got me to use my serious voice.
Whoa.
Oh, I did too. I was so out of it. I was so tired, but I was making Kriss mad. And it wasn't even that I was trying to make him mad. I just noticed he was getting mad, and then I forget to stop messing with him, and then I keep doing
it. He got all quiet and had to do a serious voice.
I'm no punk bitch.
Yeah, he was using a serious voice.
Yep.
He's like, no. It was like, I'm telling you, it was like the time that you and German were fighting about Pokemon, and I think it was about Mewtwo, German, about being able to get him or not.
Mew, not
Mew.
Mewtwo.
That's what it was. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. So
but
that's how Kriss was getting.
No, so me and Kriss were arguing. I told him that Mew is what did I say? What's the word I used? Legitimately in I was gonna say Metal Gear in Monster Hunter in Pokemon Gen 1. I'm like, you can get a legit Mew, and he was like, no, you can't. I'm like, yes, you can. You can. And then I told him like, yeah, you can. I'm like, you just got to do this weird trick where you catch a level 1 Nidoking, and then you fight a Pokemon with it. And then that Pokemon evolves or something weird. Don't quote me because I don't remember how to do it. But it turns into a Mew. And he's like, well, that's not legitimate if you had to do a bunch of exploits. I'm like, but it's in the game. I ain't hack him in there. So he's legitimately gettable. No, but you got to do these very specific glitches. It don't matter if it's a glitch. It's in the game. I didn't hack the game. So he's in the game. So that's my money. That's where my money is. Also, just throwing it out there. We don't have to get into details. Bonnie can confirm. Kriss says he's a better hunter than you. He said, as long as he's got Part Breaker and Mind's Eye and Attack Up, he will outrank you anytime, any day of the week. That's what he said.
Well, here's what I say to that. If you two were both naked and had nothing, she's a better hunter than you, Kriss.
Who's you two?
So German's taking this out of context, though.
No, you said that.
No, because he was bringing up Noise. You remember the episode where we were talking about the comparison?
Well, hold on, German. You're saying Bonnie and Kriss, right? Kriss is saying he's a better hunter than Bonnie.
No, than you.
Oh, than me. That's hilarious. If we were both naked, bro, you're definitely no. There's
no, not both naked. You naked. He's better than you as long as he's got some skills that you don't have. That's what he said.
Yeah, that doesn't prove that he's a better hunter. If both of us were naked, that's how we would show who's the better hunter.
I would agree with you,
but German.
All right, let Kriss say what he wants to say.
Okay.
He's gonna cry.
So,
hey, partner.
So you remember? So you remember when we were talking about the comparison?
Shut up in there, will ya?
Hurry up, come on.
Gosh dang it.
Let's go.
I'm surprised you're not playing the music right.
There's something out there waiting for us, and it ain't no more.
Use them all.
The triumph.
You're gonna break him, dude. He's
I am
close.
broken. Oh man. Anyway, the time that, that you were talking about the comparison, when we were talking about in Metal Gear Portable Ops, and we were trying to tell German about like he has to have people in his medical and spy units and stuff.
Oh, how he's playing
that
the
had
game
those
wrong?
jobs.
Yes.
Yeah. And so German brought up to Bonnie that I made that comparison, and he's like, "Oh, this is why I think you're wrong, because you're saying if someone with the right skills, with the right abilities, but they're a rank C hunter, they're going to be better than a rank A hunter
with no skills."
Yeah.
And you said exactly. So I said,
yeah.
So you're telling me that you, a rank C hunter with Part Breaker and Mind's Eye, would beat a rank A hunter with no skills? And you said, yeah. And so that means Noise, you're a rank A hunter. So he's better than you with skills than you with no skills.
Well, the Portable Ops thing doesn't apply.
No, because he did. He brought
because
someone said it's like Monster Hunter, and you were like, I specifically said that I went cross-eyed during the explanation, and you were like, "Yeah, that's a perfect explanation right there." And I was like, "What do you mean? Him with skills is no comparison to another hunter with no skills. That's an actual good hunt." I just think it's funny that he thinks he's better than you. That's all that is.
Okay, so next time we hunt, you keep all your gear on, and I'll go naked, and we'll see who carts the most.
Deal.
No, obviously doesn't.
But it can't be like low rank. Either probably high rank, and it has to depend on the monster too, because it can't just be any monster. Because even a Kriss can kind of get by.
Oh sure,
yeah, yeah.
Like I said, you throw attack up and all that shit against a fucking Kutku, it's gonna go die.
What game are we talking about here?
Which Kutku or what game?
Which game? Which game are we talking about? Like, are we talking we're gonna do this in old gen, or we're gonna do this in World or in Rise?
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but
no, but again, I'm just
if it's old gen, he definitely will not survive.
He did it.
Yeah.
No. He
if,
did
if I bring him into
shit.
If I bring him into third gen.
So, anyways, yeah.
Let's do it in Gen Ultimate. How about that?
Ooh, my favorite.
Are you guys gonna hunt at the same time, or like the same quest on your?
We're gonna be on the same quest. Yeah,
same quest at the same time though. I mean, like with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
Are you saying we should like race a monster, like individually, solo it?
Race, yeah.
Maybe we'll do it a couple different ways, just to
really drive that nail in.
yeah.
Yeah, because then, with that said, if he somehow pulls an Abraham and hiding in corners and shit, and you kill the monster, he's like, "See, I did it. I survived."
Right. But that wouldn't be me hunting it though. So I wouldn't do that because that's against the
rule.
Kriss, you don't do it.
Spirit of the game.
Consciously, but subconsciously, I think you do it.
So it would have
not
to
using
be
your weapon correctly, things like that.
It would have to be an arena quest.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that the monster can't get away or anything like that.
True.
Just like 1v1 me, bro, and
no like endemic buffs,
right.
Nothing like
nothing
that.
in the fucking way except just you and the monster.
Yeah. Deal.
Okay.
I'd also like to say that I'm surprised German put me at a rank C hunter instead of like a rank F.
No, well, because C is the lowest Metal Gear Portable Ops.
I know.
Then why are you surprised, Christian?
Because I'd still be the special case where I don't qualify for that either. That's the Palicos. Palicos are rank C.
Yeah, I know. You're below Palico always.
Yeah. Equal to or less than 2 Palicos.
I swear to God, man.
Am I allowed to use Prowler mode?
No. Same. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. But
like I said, if I could dual wield gun lances, I would do that all day. But I guess they're not gonna let me in the next game.
Oh, you know what? One thing we forgot to mention real quick. I told Bonnie and Kriss about this, and we didn't say it in the episode, so I just want to do a quick little recap about the wilds. Something that I don't know if you know yet, Noise. Remember how they said that like if you're out and about and you hit a monster, that's how you can initiate a quest or whatever?
Right.
At least in this demo version, in this beta, Jesus, it took forever to initiate that quest. Me, Bonnie, Kriss, and Tony. Kriss. Oh, yeah. I mean, minutes worth.
It was like nearly dead.
You're breaking off parts of this monster, and you're like, "Oh, I'm hunting it." I guess. I mean, there was times where you're like, "This guy's probably close to death," and he goes, "Quest initiated." You're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I already almost killed this thing." You're like, yeah, it was very weird. So I don't know if that's good the way it's gonna be. If it was bugged, because it was again. they made it sound like, oh yeah, man, you hit it a few handful of times, he gets pissed at you, and then quest initiate. No, these things would run away from you. You fight them, run away from you. You fight them. You broke their claw, whatever. You broke their back, and then it says, okay, now it's a quest. Like, wow, that took forever to initiate a quest.
Yeah, because every stream that I saw them do,
Uh-huh.
when they were at where were they? Gamescom?
I
Yeah,
think so.
that's right. Because I was the meme. I
Mhm.
was at Gamescom and I played Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
God, every fucking YouTube video was that. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, they would walk up to the dogma, as you refer to it as,
Mhm. Mhm.
and the way I was telling you guys, they would hit it maybe once, maybe twice, and then the quest started.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
they
think you guys
should.
were bugged or some shit because that's crazy.
Well, yeah, the demo must be bugged or something, or again, yeah, it's a different version that they were playing in Gamescom because no, like I said, me, Bonnie, Chris, and Tony all felt that. We're like, what the fuck? Like, damn.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was we none of us, as far as I know, I would correct me if I'm wrong. None of us did the grilling the meat to get the ooh so tasty part of it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
No.
Right, it's so different. I didn't even know it was different because I've
It
been
is.
not really watching stuff. It
Yeah.
looks so cool, man. I want to do it. Now I'm pissed I didn't do it.
I want to do it IRL.
I think
Oh.
we just forgot just because it took so much time just to get the damn thing started,
Yeah, it did.
and
Yeah.
get together to play that we just completely forgot all the other little things we
Exactly.
wanted to do.
I know, like noise. You were gone. It was during my work weeks. It's not like it was on the weekend necessarily. Like if it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something, I was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was like, dude, I can play Thursday night, Friday all day, Saturday all day. But no,
I'm almost
it was-
like if I for sure get my like graphics card and processor,
Mhm.
like I'm almost like, should I put in for some vacation time and just fucking
when the beta 2 comes out, you mean, or yeah.
No, when the game comes out. Fuck
Oh, the
beta
full game.
2.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm talking
oh,
about the
okay.
game in February.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you a follow up on that one. So I remember I'd asked you like if you couldn't play it, you were saying you couldn't play it because your PC couldn't handle it or whatever.
I could play it. I'm at the just a little bit above minimum specs.
Mhm.
I think minimum specs, Chris, what was it? Was it
It was a 2060 8GB card, yeah. With
well, no, there's only 6 gigabyte. So then it's because that's my card, 2060. They only come in 6 gigabytes.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that was okay, you're right. Yeah.
Maybe you're thinking the 2070?
Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm just below it.
I don't remember. I don't even remember what my follow up question was because I remember I was cruising around. I was like, oh wait, it was something to do with like, can you not play it at all? I don't remember what the question was, but
Yeah.
I
let's
had a
see.
follow up question. Yeah. I don't know
Oh,
what it
actually, no, yeah, I could totally play it. It's I think that's literally my processor. A 3600. Is mine an X or a fucking just regular? Oh, I see that shit. But yeah, it says a 1660 Super. So that's definitely
Yeah.
that's definitely fine.
That's what the year before the 2060 came out, right?
Not the year before, but the previous generation. Oh no, you're right. No, it came out the same year because remember they invented the 1660
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
as an affordable thing for everybody. But
Yeah.
it's basically a 2060 without RTX, as far as I understood.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's
Okay.
literally my card without RTX, which is ray tracing, which is realistic lighting. I'm trying to explain this. 3600, yeah, I just have a regular one. I thought I had a fucking X, man. Yep, I literally meet the minimum requirements. But that's about it. It's not going to do
Yeah, so
much.
it wouldn't run great on his computer. He would have frame rate issues. He'd have to run it at lower settings, but he could run it.
Yeah.
So maybe the question was, would it run? Would it play okay at lowering your settings?
It would be playable. I don't think it
okay.
wouldn't be playable. It would be playable because when World came out, I had that little Alienware box that I let you borrow. And that one did not meet minimum system requirements for World, and it struggled mostly because of I think it's because of the processor. It was like a 4000 series Intel, way back in the day.
Dang.
Yeah, and I think World required 7th gen maybe, but it ran. It just it would have you ever play a game where it's playing and then 5 seconds in it lags and then it just comes back normal.
Normal, yeah. Like the lags are infrequent or something like that. Yeah.
No, they're
burst of them.
there's
a burst,
exactly
like a burst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was doing on that computer. But mine might do that with Wilds if I use these components. But yeah, we'll see with beta 2. I'll try it there. I'm kind of sad that I I'm pretty sure they're going to patch out the polygonal edition of the monsters.
Well, the good thing about it is if you guys are on PC, there'll be
There'll be something new.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, it'll be a mod.
There'll be a mod. Let's go. Polygonal Monsters mod.
And I think that goes to show like how great the community is with Monster Hunter. Because if that happened in COD or anything like that, there would be hell to pay. Like everyone would be like, "Oh, this game sucks. This is worse." Blah blah blah. Yeah. Whereas with Monster Hunter, it's like, "Oh, this is funny." And then, like you say, people were like redoing the monster looks of like the quest books and everything to make them look like that. Like, that's hilarious. Like, there's no reason to get mad at that. It's just a beta, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, for sure, COD community is super toxic as hell. They would definitely up in arms about this and that. You know.
I think there's very few games that would be like accepting of that, and they'd be like, oh, they'll fix it, you know, at the end. Like people were all over, you know, CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk. They were all over, you know, these poor guys at Hello Games for No Man's Sky. You know, they were just like, every game has always been like, what the fuck? And then Monster Hunter does this and they're like, ha, that's awesome. I want to play now.
Or like, please don't patch it. Keep it in there.
Yeah, keep it in there. What a weird community Monster Hunter is. I think though, probably the only other that would do the same thing was probably Warframe. I think they would probably also just be like, oh well. I mean, that game was janky as shit at the beginning. You know, they didn't give a fuck. But yeah. Anyways, Kriss.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We're here. We're gonna just get started now.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Gathering Hub, a Monster Hunter podcast where we talk about Monster Hunter in all shapes, forms, and sizes. With me today are my fellow hunters. I am Dammit Kriss, aka the world's worst hunter, and we have with me tonight Luis, aka Noise One.
Hello there.
German, aka Riser.
Hey guys.
And Bonnie, aka Ice.
Hey.
And tonight we will be talking about a monster, which I've forgotten about, as usual. However, I do remember the topic. It is crap. I just had it.
That's exactly what it is.
It's crap.
Yeah. Shoot. I know we just talked about this the other day when we were hunting, actually. Yesterday. What monster keeps you up at night? What monster scares you? Like, what are you least willing to hunt because it either frightens you or you still don't understand it or something like that? So
no, that was the official one, but we left off the episode with helping lower rank hunters.
Yeah,
but that was what we were supposed to be. We were supposed to talk about that last time, and we thought it was supposed to be the helping out you lower rank hunters. But it was supposed to be that one, so we're going to talk about this one this week.
All right.
Okay.
Which
it's Kriss's call. I mean, what's funny is, you know, like we listened to the podcast, like, it's the one about the community again, and I stopped it, and then something told me, like a day or two later, I was like, oh no, it was literally, I think after we finished recording, because the next day I told German, it's the wrong fucking subject, because I listened to the podcast further, and literally in the next 10 seconds. We're like, no, German came up with one, which is like, which monster intimidates you the most, blah, 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 you know, because
like
you
actual
said,
fear, Which I remember in the episode, I was like, I have something in my memory, but I don't know if that's, you know, I was like, I don't know if I said it or not, you know. So.
Yeah, and you totally did out loud, but yeah, it's the first thing I told German when we got to work. I was like, dude, I shouldn't have paused it right there because it was a different subject. So, okay, so we'll officially go to that one. And if you'd like, the next time we could do that, or if someone comes up with something better, as I'm sure they would, we could do that.
Okay.
Who's the monster, Kriss?
I do not remember.
Didn't you guys just hunt it?
We hunted him 2 days ago.
Come on, Kriss.
Or yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Was it? I was going to say, wasn't it yesterday? I don't think it was that long.
Dude,
it was yesterday.
Fucked up.
Come on, Kriss.
Oh my gosh.
Noise asked me for a harder one, and I posted an event.
Oh, yeah.
Took longer.
Oh, my. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't call
the serial
him
killer.
You should know.
The serial killer.
Make up a name for him.
Come on, handler.
I'll tell you this one.
Any
I'll tell you this
now.
much. He's not a Windrake. How about that?
You know why? He's talking about crap because he was probably in our boxes looking at all the dung we have in there, just like the real handler.
True. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I got caught. Dang it. It's not Doshigama because that's the new guy. Boss Hogg.
Yes.
Boss Hogg.
Yeah. This guy has 2 nicknames, Boss Hogg and the Serial Killer. So
yeah.
I'm going to have to pick one of those. And I ended up putting last week's monster as Shakira. We didn't say it on the recording, but afterwards, after I said those hips don't lie, you guys were like, dude, this should be called Shakira. I was like, all right, well, I'll do that. Because otherwise I was going to call it the hip check. But I think Shakira's going to confuse more people. They're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
Just going to see Shakira with the Plesiout symbol. They're going to be like, huh?
Right, like, what the heck is she doing here?
But they'll understand. If they know Plesiout, they'll be like, ah, yes, those hips do not lie. Very true.
But yeah, so Hogg, aka Boss Hogg, or the serial killer. Yeah. What do you guys think of him?
I like this monster. I'm interested to see what else will come along, because he's definitely not getting the boot from me. So
I think he's the same skeleton as the Shogama, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
No, I like this monster overall. I remember, I don't know if I've said it on the podcast yet, but I remember when Rise was coming out, and they were talking about how it's yokai, yokai themed or whatever, And I remember I didn't like it. I thought it was a bad idea. I was like, no, because I think I have said this in the podcast. I want Monster Hunter, to me, it feels real. Every monster feels like it could really exist in this world, or at least most of them. And I'm like, now you're gonna make it yokai, and again, yokai theme. So I'm thinking supernatural stuff. I'm thinking like they're just gonna start making it into what Soul Sacrifice, or it's just not gonna be Monster Hunter anymore. Just gonna have some random ass ugly monsters to fight or whatever. Quote unquote literal monsters. Because that's one thing I've said before, maybe off podcast, that I love how it's called Monster Hunter, and people are like, my buddy was like, so you like fight trolls and shit? I'm like, no. I'm like, some monsters kind of look like a troll, but no, there's no trolls. He's like, so what is it? Like, what kind of monsters? Like werewolves? I'm like, well, there is kind of like I'm like, it's not monsters. It's called Monster Hunter.
There's a werewolf, there's a vampire, and there's a Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'm like, it's called Monster Hunter, but it's real animals. It's real, they're real creatures that exist, in this world and stuff like that. So he's like, whatever, But anyways, I will admit that I completely love the yokai theme, because they made it right. They like every yokai themed monster actually they made it look realistic. They made it look like an actual,
like it could exist.
That's again, I love it. The umbrella bird, he goes into that umbrella shape. You got the freaking Tetradon or whatever his name is, the Kappa, all of them. This guy here, I'm not sure what he's based on. Is he based on like maybe like a Oni mask or something?
Maybe. Now that you say that, maybe an Oni mask.
But
that's
a good question.
I'm glad you've turned on that, German, because I remember I was arguing with you that for the longest time, I was like, dude, but they look so tight. Like they don't look like demons or anything like that. They still look like monsters. Gosh, Rod. But what was I gonna say? I kind of, now that you make that point about it being called Monster Hunter, I always kind of wished it was never called Monster Hunter because of that, because these aren't monsters, but the people in the world call them monsters.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I guess to them, they don't know what to call them.
Sure. Well, yeah, and again, for people in the real world here, they look at a game that's called Monster Hunter, like, I don't want no supernatural thing. I want something more, quote unquote realistic or something like that. It can throw people off, Yeah,
because I mean, they're all, oddly enough, they're all called wyverns, right? There's fanged wyvern, there's flying wyvern, there's snake wyvern.
I was gonna say snake wyvern.
Snake wyvern, you guys. There's only 3. There's dragon wyverns, which also at the same time is like, isn't that what's it called? Not repetitive, but what's the word? Redundant. Yeah, dragon wyvern. It I know I get dragon is more 4-legged Western, and then wyvern is 2-legged Eastern dragon, but it's like that's redundant to me. Then there's well, I guess Gossarod's not even a wyvern; he's a fanged beast, so he's not even a wyvern. And so as far as I could see here, the English title for him is Snow Oni Beast, the Limb Reaper.
The Limb Reaper,
which is kind of crazy. that I've never seen.
Sounds a lot better,
right? The Limb Reaper, because his limbs change into like, what is it, like a fist at one of them sometimes,
and then a club and a
sword. Yeah.
Oh, that club and a sword. That's right.
Limb Reaper. So that's such a play on words. Grim Reaper. Like, goddamn it.
Yeah, I never even thought about that.
I'm looking up real quick. I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. They're saying that his inspiration is from his yokai is called a Namahage. So if you look it up, it is kind of like the yokai mask, but it's an actual demon that the yokai mask was inspired from. So
yeah, his face, like you said, it does make me think of
the yokai mask.
Yeah.
The Oni mask, sorry, Oni mask.
The
Oni mask. But yeah, so but the Oni mask is inspired from the Namahage. So look him up. It looks really cool. Yeah, but yeah, this guy, I love this guy. I love. I think he's interesting that when he starts off like bluish, like I like just a light blue maybe color, and like Pickle, he gets pissed off and he turns red. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the same skeleton as what can I think of his name?
Lamborghini.
The honey badger.
Oh, honey.
Arzuros.
Arzuros.
Yeah.
That's what you call him. I was like, what is Lagambi's nickname? Lamborghini. So Lagambi, Volvadion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah. Skeleton, you guys listening. We say skeleton because we're not talking about what they're categorized as. That's why I always say skeleton. Because I know someone else would be like, well, actually. Yeah. Anyways, at first, when I first saw this guy, I didn't like him. He was too humanoid, you know what I mean? And I was kind of like, ooh, maybe they are kind of going the yokai way too much. Like demons are always like humanoid type of looking things. And he grew on me. Like he definitely grew on me. And now I just pick on him because I still have not run into a Gasarog who actually fucks me up. The one that Bonnie picked that Kriss and I hunted with her, he carded us twice. But it was because we were I think it's because we were just like, he won't be hard.
I forgot to grab the damn bird. I was like, isn't a bird? When are they coming here? I literally forgot to go pick it up. So that's why
it was at that same arena that we fought Amatsu, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right. We were like,
yeah, because we got there, you're like, oh, not here again.
God damn it. I just got out of this arena, which I forgot to tell Kriss and Bonnie. I finally beat Amatsu, so I'm done with that urgent. I am now beyond that. But yeah, we got dropped into that arena and I was like, no. I was like, come on, dude. Like we've been in here for like 3 weeks.
And there's proof already that Noise is a better hunter than me because he beat Amatsu on his own. I had to have 2 people carry me. And even then, it took a lot.
Yeah.
So
we're still gonna do it. I just wanna spank you.
Yeah, I know. And I might want to be spanked, maybe. We'll see.
Someone tell him to shut up.
Shut up!
So I'm watching some just some video feed and stuff about Hogg here. Dude, I didn't notice this, but when he's on all four, he's actually walking like a gorilla. He's on his knuckles. And I mean, we don't notice it. We're freaking fighting this thing, but I just saw this 4K video that it's of an idol Hogg. So like from the front, I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, how does it look like he's on a stump, like an elephant stump? But that's because that's his knuckle. And then when he stands up, like he's actually his forearm up, and that's how he gets the claws and stuff. So I didn't notice that.
Because if you look at his knuckles, it almost looks like the toes of either an elephant or a brontosaurus type of thing on his front legs.
Yep. Yeah. So when he goes on his knuckles, it looks like an elephant paw or whatever, like a flat foot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. No, there's no variance with this guy, unfortunately, right?
I do.
Makes me sad.
Yeah, he didn't get one in Sunbreak, I don't think.
No, he should have.
Yeah, he was one that deserved it. I don't think that was it Oknusam?
Oknusam?
That the bird?
No, not the bird. No, sorry, the mermaid one. Somnicanth, yeah. I don't think she deserved one.
Yeah,
no.
And even hers, it really wasn't that different, it seemed to me. So
no, I don't remember what it was.
It was like more sleep or something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it did sleep, and I think ice instead of
ice and sleep.
Yeah.
I Soma, whatever. Yeah, I didn't care for that one. That monster's okay. Otter monster, he's okay, but yeah.
I don't like it, and I think it's the only one with that skeleton, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's the first of its kind.
Which I'm curious as to what skeleton that is. Is it considered a Leviathan?
They do call it a Leviathan.
Huh.
Somnicanth is categorized as, let me check, but it's 100% true. Yep, Leviathan, Somnicanth. So if anything, it might have a Leviathan skeleton, but it's just smaller.
What's the Leviathan? Is that laggy, Kriss?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see the laggy when he's like fighting you on land and he's doing certain moves. But then when he goes into otter mode and he's just, on his back, just flipping around. I just fucking, what was that show? Flipper? Damn.
The what?
Someone needs to Flipper, remember the dolphin show? Remember someone needs to put a little clip of him just doing the dolphin noise.
Oh.
He's on his back and he's just
nah. You got that, Kriss, for the clip.
I got it.
Also, the other 2 episodes are up, so you can start doing clips again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Goth Hogg. Like I said, anything else you guys want to add? Like I said, I didn't get a chance to fight him with you guys, but I like this monster. What's the name? Frankenstein. What's his the
Garen Golem.
Garen Golem. I thought was kind of like a spiritual
bigger
successor
one?
Almost. Yeah, because he's cool. I do like Golem a lot.
I like him better.
Yeah, I like Golem too, but I like Goth Hogg too. Like I wish Goth Hogg would have got like a bigger size, or like a different, or what do you call it, an apex or something. Because just the fact that like the whole serial killer vibe of him, would fit in with something just more angrier, like a rage. A Goth Hogg would have been cool or something.
Yeah, I do feel the same way about Garen Golem. Like it is like the spiritual successor. But what I don't like about Garen Golem is the elements that it has. It's like so basic, right? It's fire and what else?
Yeah, fire and water.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, like, can we? I know we have more elements in this game. Can we fucking mix it up a little bit more?
Sure, I agree with you. I can definitely agree with you. It was a little boring for just those 2 elements, but
the fight is fun.
Fun fight. Oh, the fight is super fun. Yeah. I love when he belly flops on your ass. It's super, super awesome.
I love when I bury his face into the ground, because it's just like you fucking hit him hard enough and he like gets stuck in the ground. But yeah, this fool is weak to fire and thunder, which that's odd because he's ice, blight, and stun. Fire and thunder. Those are some 2 weird things to be weak to.
Combinations, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Bonnie, you got any opinions on this guy?
I'm not a big fan of him. I would find him really, really easy for the most part. And I just felt like I already hunted it because it was like the bear and the rabbit.
Yeah. But he does start with like the ice Hadoukens or Sonic Booms, technically.
Oh, I'm not saying like he didn't look cool, especially when Kriss would die like that. Like you could see it coming a mile away, and I was like, Kriss, why didn't you move? Like you had all that time.
and they are super dodgeable too, or blockable, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I do feel you like Steak, but because he does fight very similar to Volvin and the fucking the Lamborghini. And all that stuff.
The Volvo, the Lamborghini.
Yeah, the Volvo.
What would the Honey Badger be? He would be the Volkswagen.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, he does fight very, very similar to them. But no, I like him. I like him a lot. Would you say that he's obviously out of the 2 we've picked for this session here, he's definitely on the chopping block?
Oh heck yeah.
Pun intended. He's got that machete for an arm.
You know what I would have taken? Maybe instead of like a lava version or a thunder version of him, like he makes different. Like this one would make like a what do you call it? What the fuck's that thing called? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Mace? No, or like a Morning Star.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Like different weapons instead of just the hammer and the sword. Like you get another one. It's called the Goth Hogg, Reaper, and you're like, oh, what's special about him? And he makes different fucking weapons. That'd be kind of cool. Just fights a little different.
The T1000 Gosarog.
Yeah, there you go. He pulls a fucking Sephiroth, makes a giant ass blade.
Huge ass katana.
Actually, I probably would find him a lot more fun if something like that happened.
If they had a crossover,
just bigger or or longer blade. That'd be fun to dodge or panic dive.
Or like a shield too, like he busts out of some big old fucking shield and he starts blocking you. Like, oh shit!
Or he can fly, but he's only got one black
Johnny
wing.
Kind of thing.
One black wing.
Here's Johnny. I know that's what I always picture with this dude. Here's Johnny. Like he literally is a serial killer, man.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. It's not specific to Gosarog, but I did notice kind of like it's not exactly a limitation of Rise itself, but of the. I think maybe this part got rushed or something, or the artist didn't think of it. But you know how his ice beams don't reach very far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they have added like a little asset of like maybe it's like vaporizing or something, and then that's why it doesn't reach that far. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with I think Rajang also has the same problem with his laser beam.
His beam?
Right? It doesn't reach all the way across the map.
I don't think so.
I think
I've never
yeah.
been that far, but I think you're right. It doesn't reach all the way.
Yeah, I think they need to do that with all the monsters that have like that long beam. Like they need to make it look like it's dissipating or something.
Sure.
It just kind of like ends.
Yeah.
And it really pulls me out of the game, especially Gossarog, because his is so short that it's just like, what the fuck? I could just stand like 100 feet away from him and I'm fine, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because it is super detailed. It literally looks like a Kriss would know this. I forgot the name of the attack, but the Soul Crusher, or whatever, from Vegito. That when he throws that like dust, the dust.
Oh
attack
I don't know. I don't remember what that's called, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, against Janemba. Yep.
Yeah, it's a certain attack. It looks just like it because it's all diamond like and glittery, and then it just stops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not that I know what you guys are talking about, but I know what you're describing because that's what it looks like at the end of it. It's just like it's just like I don't know. It's weird. It's like it looks like it's hitting something, right?
Yeah.
And
well, I'm surprised because most of the time they do that kind of stuff, like with Amatsu with his water attacks, or I guess even with Plesioth. Like it does it into the ground, like it does it at an angle into the ground, and then where it hits the ground is where it stops. So I'm surprised that they didn't just do that with him.
And I feel like
it down slightly.
And I feel like those water jets, like you said, like Amatsu and Plesioth, reach insanely far.
Mm-hmm.
Like they almost go across whatever arena you're in.
Oh yeah.
So I almost feel like Gossarog and all them should just have one that goes as far as it goes. Like who fucking whatever. That'll make it more challenging because other than that, Gossarog is super easy, especially because of those two moves. They're not very far, not very long. So maybe that might make them a little harder because you can just jump on your Palamute right away and just be like, haha, you can't catch me here while I'm sharpening.
Yeah.
It mostly just feels like you're poking fun at this guy.
I feel like he's one of those monsters where at first he kind of might come across as intimidating to some people, and then you find him a couple times, like, oh, you're not that bad.
Yeah. Well, it's the timing of his attacks because he's so like delayed. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's drunk in boxing, right? Because his body is what dictates where his limbs are gonna go. That's kind of what it looks like. It's not like other monsters who have tells where they're like, okay, I'm getting ready to pounce on you. This dude is just like, I'm gonna make my arms into ice, and now I'm gonna fucking flail him about in weird, odd ways. And yeah, he just in our other podcast, I described Jim Carrey getting hit by darts, and his two arms go limp. That's kind of what this dude does with his arms when he's just walking towards you, just like bloop, 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 and he just throws his limbs at you.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like his design. I do wish there was a harder version of him.
Yeah.
Is there a anomaly version of him? There has to be, right? There's one of every monster.
I don't think there is. But I don't know. Good question.
I want to say there is.
I feel like there has to be.
There has to be, man. You're 100% right on that.
Those guys aren't necessarily harder. They're just kind of annoying if you don't hit those spots.
Yeah.
Because we can kill them pretty quick if we're on it, and then there's other times where we just struggle to hit them, and it takes a while.
It does.
Yeah.
With the anomaly, because I haven't done a whole lot of those, is it randomized where those spots are each time, or is it like each monster has like there's certain places it can be, but there's like more likely to be one place over others?
It's like the tail, the head, and it's always the same. It can switch a little bit, but it's the same spots for every monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Head, forearms, back, or back legs, or tail.
Okay.
Same body parts, but different positions on them. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. See what else we can talk about this dude. He has like such a small place here in the wiki.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a shame. This poor bastard. He's a fanged beast, and he's in Monster and Rise.
Well, I definitely like him better than the hamster.
The Lamborghini.
No, the bear.
Zeros?
Oh yeah, that's a honey badger.
It's a hamster.
That ain't no hamster. That's a honey badger.
I like him better than that guy.
It's close enough to Lamborghini.
I like the rabbit just because he does that drifting and it's fun. Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, so I don't mind him too much.
I will admit, okay, you're 100% right. Out of all those monsters, the bear is the weakest. He's got nothing really going. I mean, he does grab you and fucking start shaking you. That's kind of funny.
I like how he eats honey too.
Yeah,
I do like that.
If you don't have honey, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that for the longest time.
No, if you have honey, he'll get that first.
Yeah. Well, he'll let you go.
Yeah, because he'll take the honey. No, it's definitely. I think he's definitely the weakest because Volvodon has his long tongue, and
I hate that
thing. He farts
that
on
can
you
paralyze you, and
his
BO has the stink. Yep, that's the stink. And then he rolls and pounces around a bunch. That's kind of cool too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunny's probably my second least favorite because he has the giant snowballs which are hilarious, and then he just drifts. That's only that.
Yeah.
And I like when the snowballs roll uphill.
Yeah.
That's physics.
Always funny.
I like when he just like slides at you like a sled. He's just like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just like the fastest bunny you've ever seen. I don't know. I like Arzuros only because he has an Apex version of him, and that one is a goddamn nightmare. So
yeah,
it's just like Jesus fuck, or not Apex. Well, I guess there's Apex and Rise, but Red Helm, the Deviant,
the Deviant, yeah,
that the Apex is based off of. Yeah, yeah. The first time I encountered the Red Helm, I was like, when he first hit me and launched me into the air, I was like, oh no, this is no good.
It's like one of those like especially like those deviants, especially like the weaker ones, right? You're like, I should be able to take them, and you're like, oh shit, you're like,
yeah.
This is for real.
Yeah,
because again, when you get them so late, you're like, I'm pro, I can take it, and no, they have different moves and so fun. Yeah, I wish I would find more of them. I won't lie.
I still remember German when you and I first took on Red Helm, and we were a ways into high rank, I'm pretty sure. And I think we both went like, yeah, we can probably handle this. Like it's bigger, but that's fine, whatever. And he absolutely wrecked us. Like we didn't stand a chance. It was bad. But yeah, because he's a bit bigger, but his attacks go so much farther than you expect they would, especially those swipes that he does.
Yeah, because each swipe launches you into the air. It's not like the original Arzuros where he only has one uppercut move, and that'll launch you into the air.
Yeah, and then he does those 180 swipes. He does have the added effect of wind press, and so it'll like make you like cower and stuff under the wind press like it normally does, and you can follow up with that with another attack, whether he like jumps on you or just charges you or whatever. And yeah, it's crazy.
He makes me think of if you guys played the first Punch Out. I think he's also in Super Punch Out, but Super Macho Man.
Oh yeah,
do you guys remember that one? Because he would do
Super Macho Man.
Yeah, he does like the hook, like hook after hook after hook after hook. That's what Red Helm Arzuros makes me feel when he's doing those fucking hooks left and right. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know when to dodge.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly how you felt in Punch Out because you were the original.
Yeah, I think that's what we call it, right?
I don't know, but yeah, the hook or the spin move noise.
The Super Macho Man spin.
The spin, yeah. Which one?
Like I mean,
uppercut.
Both of them scare me. Yeah. Like the hooks that he's got, but then also the 360 that Kriss described. Like,
well, yeah, the 360.
Super Macho Man bullshit.
That's the one that I would always be like, because they would change it. Sometimes it does 2, sometimes it does 3, and you're like, fuck. And so you're like, duck, and then you're like still ducking, and he stopped, and we're like, shit, and then he's already, snapped out of his vulnerability, and you're like, fuck, I missed it, and then other times you're thinking he's gonna do 3, and then nope, he did the 4th one, and he fucking gets you.
It's pretty impossible to beat those games now on like emulator or like on the Nintendo Classic
because of the input lag.
Yeah, because of the input lag. Like you hit like the only way to like really, I mean, you'd have to be really good at predicting what's actually going to happen for you to beat it with HDMI. But yeah, I mean, because I have it on physical NES, and man, it feels like a dream, dude. Like it's so different. Like every time you press the button, little Mac fucking, I don't know, just way more responsive, and like I get way further than I do on emulator and shit.
I've beaten Mike Tyson. I'll go on record that I'm like Jake Paul. Yeah. I beat him at his prime though, not like Jake Paul.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys heard. There was apparently some controversy saying
no way
that it was rigged from the beginning, and that the only way Mike Tyson was going to make money is if he didn't actually hit Jake Paul like he just did. He just kind of threw the fight. And they're kind of giving their proof as like, oh, look at the first 2 rounds, and actually hit him a couple times, and then they like hugged each other, and as if they were talking or something. And then after that, it's as if Mike just kind of gave up. And I didn't get to watch the beginning of the fight, so I didn't get to witness that myself. But I didn't get to watch until I think it was like the end of round 4, beginning of round 5 or something like that. So I figured that he was just tired by that point, but I didn't see the beginning part, so I didn't know what had gone on or anything. But if that's the case, that kind of sucks.
Well, I saw some of the what's it called? The highlights where you can clearly see where Mike could have thrown a couple punches in.
Wait, he didn't finish, yeah.
He's holding his punches, yeah.
And you could even see Jake Paul like flinching because he's like, "Oh shit, he's gonna hit me here."
This is
good. And he doesn't throw a punch, and it's just like it's not. I mean, Tyson said this in I think the last fight that he did. I don't know who he fucking fought. It was a couple of years back, maybe 3 years back or something like that. But he said it's not in him anymore, and that he's only fighting to pay his bills. So when they first announced Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson and that Mike Tyson agreed to it, I'm like, this is just a paycheck for Mike Tyson. He doesn't give a fuck. Like if Tyson actually put the effort in, absolutely he would have destroyed Jake Paul. And at the same age, he would have devoured him. Like
Jake Paul wouldn't be able to take a single hit at that point.
No, Mike Tyson was a monster. He was a fucking monster. And even he has admitted, he's like, I'm not that animal anymore. Yeah. Like I don't have it in me. So
one of the saddest things, in my opinion, too, though, is that he only got paid $10,000 to use his likeness in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or in Nintendo's Punch Out, because the game existed before he did. But
was Mr. Dream before Mike Tyson?
Yep, Mr. Dream was the original boss from.
Oh man, I thought it was the other way around.
Well, in the arcade, no, in the arcade version was Mr. Dream. I believe. Actually, arcade version might have just been Macho Man or Sandman as the boss. I should look it up. We have a computer.
I think Sandman
technology.
I think Sandman was the boss in the arcade one, which is funny because the arcade one looks like the Super NES version.
Yeah.
And I don't like the Super NES version. Like I can't get around me not being Little Mike.
Oh, Little Mac.
Or Little Mac, yeah. I like being Little Mac.
Yeah. I agreed. That character's different, but the fights are fun. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, have you guys played the original, Bonnie? Have you ever had a chance to play that original arcade version? Like in the actual arcade cabinet? Oh, it's so fun. It's hard as hell.
Is it like 2 joysticks?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I believe so. I don't remember. I'm making an ass of myself, but I've played it in.
Oh no! Yeah. You have to like half circle the things to do a hook, and inner half circle to do uppercuts. Yes, I totally did play that one. Damn, I don't know where, but I know I played it, and I don't know where.
I one of the arcades up in Tahoe might have had him at one point.
I think Harvey's had it for a bit.
Yeah,
maybe. I think it just like showed up out of nowhere.
Wireframe. You're like a wireframe character.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just like Super Punch Out on SNES.
Super good game. I like that one a lot.
I like the remake too.
Oh, the remake's beautiful.
I didn't get to play the Wii one.
Yeah, it's
for months, guys.
Bonnie.
I was at work doing my yard duty, and I'd be like, super Macho Man.
So that's another game that Bonnie sat there and begged, and not begged, not even annoyed, because she was just like, German, play Punch Out. I'm like, yeah, German, play fucking Punch Out. And I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. And then like she would say these, she's like, Bonnie, I want to talk to you about Super Macho Man and need a hug. And I'm like, whatever, Bonnie. And then I played it and I started quoting it too. I'm like, Bonnie, this game's awesome. She's like, I fucking told you. I'm like, this game's so good. It's so fucking good. And I quote it. Actually, Kriss, you remember when we were playing World, I would do the Super Elemental Discharge. When I would say,
that was from?
Element Discharge.
Okay.
Yeah, such a good game. Again, I think it's a very fun game. Punch Out as a whole is kind of, what's the word?
Dude, I so desperately wanted him to use Mike Tyson again, though. I was so disappointed when I got to I stopped playing it. I couldn't do it. I was so mad.
When you got to Dream?
The last,
Dream?
yeah.
Yeah. Or which one?
It's not freaking. It's no, on the remake.
Oh, the remake. Oh yeah, no.
They wouldn't have Mike Tyson on the remake.
No, they would never have him back.
You fight Donkey Kong?
Yeah, you fight Donkey Kong.
Yeah, sorry, so I like stopped. I stopped playing. I couldn't. I instantly just done. I was like, nope.
Fight DK, man. And then actually, there's another secret fight. I believe you actually fight Doc Lewis.
What?
Yeah.
You fight fucking what's his face from Die Hard? That's crazy.
Die Hard? What's his name? Shit. Yeah, the cop.
Yeah. Because that's what they say he looks like. But you know what? I think he looks more like Stanley from The Office.
Damn. Oh, the guy who played Carl Winslow in Family Matters?
Mm-hmm. Well, people say he looks like Carl Winslow from Family Matters, but I say he looks more like Stanley from The Office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Doc, the guy who's in your corner.
Oh, yeah. I can see either way, yeah. I think it does look a little more like Stanley, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. No. Anyway. I've been stalling because I'm trying to figure out what monster scares me.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you know which one it is.
Hunting with Kriss. That's the monster that scares me.
Oh yeah.
Kriss on your team. It's already
especially when we have a monster that is tough.
Yeah.
Like that tallest one, we can't do that one. Like anytime like Kriss takes a hit, me and German are holding our breath. We're like, is he gonna survive it?
That Fatalis mission was super fun, Bonnie. I love it. It was
Fuck
good.
yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about it because it's like I've fought so many monsters solo because I played this game solo for so long, and I'm trying to go back to those days because nowadays when I'm fighting with other people, I'm just like, well, I'm not really afraid until one of the best of us cards, and it's just like, oh wait, this is serious. We gotta
Yeah. Well, with
put
all
your game
the
face on.
honestly, with all like the
Yeah.
stuff that's available in this game in terms of like feline insurance, you got freaking even your cat will have like a one time where he can revive you with the mega vigor rasp or whatever, I mean the wire bugs, you got so much crap that you just don't really get afraid anymore. You're like, fuck it, whatever. If he starts hurting you, you can back out, go back to camp, restock up on potions and demon drugs and whatever the hell you need, versus older games, you were like definitely, if you went into a fight somewhat unprepared and then you saw how bad he was hurting, you're like, oh shit, I'm fucked. You're like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this guy.
And not only that, I was trying to do my HR by myself, which means
Mm.
the health pool was made for 4 hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how you become better too, though. That's why Kriss needs to do a lot of things. Because I would purposely go do it so that I could compete with German, so that he wouldn't have to carry me. So yeah, I'd go there all the time and do it by myself.
I feel like that's how I
And I'm
got
like,
good
if I
too.
can do it by myself, I'm good.
Yeah, that did help a lot. Is doing all that shit by myself.
Yeah.
I don't know who wants to go first. I don't. I'm still thinking.
I'll start with this. I don't mind. It was my topic, so I already had some stuff in mind. I think we did mention it last time when Tigrex was our monster of choice. For sure, Tigrex was one of the monsters that I was afraid of at very beginning. I refused to go to those sections to get Popo tongues. I refused. I didn't want to go up there. I was like, nope. I was like, the Popo's got to spawn down low. It's funny because they will spawn in zone 1 or 2, whatever one of the beginning zones is, when it's not that mission. Yes, when it's not that mission. But when it's that fucking mission, they don't spawn down there. And I refuse to go up there and get those.
That's why when that quest shows up, you're like, oh, I got this. And then you're like, where the hell are they?
Yeah. And so, they refused. So Tigrex was definitely something that scared me at the very beginning. Now I love him now, but the ones that do still scare me are fucking Molten Tigrex and Brute Tigrex. Those fuckers come out and I'm like,
those are so fun.
They fucking Brute, and he fucking stands up on his wings and he fucking yells. You're like, oh shit, like, okay, never mind. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to hurt you. He's scary, man. Molten fucking hurts. You're like, dude.
Yeah, I love Molten though.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're super scary still to me. Regular base Tigrex, never scary anymore. I love that guy. I can dance around him. Molten and Brute, no, they still scare me. Another monster, I've mentioned this before, and we saw him, and you were like, damn, that's nightmare fuel. And it's 100% correct. It's Yamatsukami. Yamatsukami was the monster that super eerie, because like I said, he's got those teeth. You're fighting him on this like ledge, and he's kind of throwing out his tentacles at you or whatever, honestly, it's kind of an easy fight because he doesn't really have many moves except for like an inhale, a couple of tentacle strikes, and then like he actually starts spinning around like a full 360 for a minute. But the scariest part is when you're fighting him, and he starts doing the inhale, he's actually chomping. He's like, oh, and he's like chomping, and it fucking, those teeth are right. It's scary, dude. It looks very eerie. This was definitely a monster I liked to fight because he was different, but I didn't like him in terms of like eye pleasing. He's scary looking, and he's a
like
dragon.
Fingers. It's weird.
I never noticed his tentacles.
Fingers.
Yeah. And what was funny about this fight, the original fight, because I think maybe there was a different a second fight with him, but the original, you had to get to him. It was like in the ancient lands or some shit like that, and you had to like go through like 4 or 5 zones in order to get to him. So the whole time I'm just dreading going up this tower. I don't want to go up this tower. I don't want to fight this guy. But yeah, those 2 for sure are monsters that scared me. Fatalis, White Fatalis. My first experience with Fatalis was actually White Fatalis. I don't know how. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that was the way it was. But White Fatalis was my first experience with the Fatalis, and I find him extremely, extremely scary because he does not give a fuck about you. Like, he's just standing there, and he stands up on his hind legs and just kind of starts walking at you. Just him walking at you is enough to do freaking like a full health bar of damage. It's ridiculous, this monster. But yeah, those are 3 that for me I hated to fight because they scared the shit out of me, but I love to fight because I think they're really cool monsters.
Okay. I'll go next. One of my first ones that I can think of that even to this day kind of makes me a little bit nervous is Glavenus, specifically from Generation Ultimate. I don't know. Okay. It's just something about him like is just pretty intimidating. I mean, partially the fact that he has a sword for a tail, but then the fact that like his attacks are sometimes like he can be somewhat predictable at times, but other times he just does whatever he wants. Like it's unpredictable. He's a little harder for me to read than other monsters. Like with his tail slams, sometimes it's hard to tell where they're going to go exactly. He seems to be one of those monsters that like, instead of like, okay, you're at this point at this specific time, I'm going to hit right there. It's more of, I'm going to follow where you are and try to lead, where you're going. And that's where I'm going to hit. So you have to kind of try to outsmart him in that way. So he's one. And then another one, Jan Garuga.
Oh, sure.
Is another one that's like, because you first see him, and it's like, oh, it looks like Jan Kutku. Like, oh, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah,
no,
it's a little harder.
He is on another level.
And angrier and stronger.
Man. And he just doesn't stop. Like he very rarely gets tired, and when he does, he's probably enraged shortly after. So there goes that. It's just one of those things where he's always giving me not necessarily the creeps, but like I love his design. I love it, but he's just like he's always going. He's always at full speed. He's always after you, and it just I don't know. It just makes me feel uncomfortable.
No, Garuga's definitely can be a scary monster. Deadeye, was it Deadeye? No.
Yeah,
it was Deadeye, right?
And Scarred.
Yeah, Scarred. Yeah, those.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
I like the Scarred one.
I'd agree. I love Garuga. I do, but yeah, I admit when you first start fighting, first time you ever fight him, you're like, yeah, it's just a bigger Kutku, whatever, man. And he does his fucking backflip, and kind of like the Red Helm, and you see how much damage he does. You're like, oh shit! You're like, never mind.
Yeah. The first time I encountered Jan Garuga actually was in Monster Hunter Online on the Chinese one.
Oh yeah, no way.
Yeah, oddly enough, it was like it was like a, I don't know if it was an early quest because everything was in goddamn Chinese. So fucking they set me on that quest, and I was like, oh, what is this thing? I was like, oh, it's a Kutku. Like, okay, no problem. And it was moving like Rathian, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And its fucking scream was like ear piercing.
Yeah,
it did it so often, and I was like, what the fuck, man? What is this thing? Why?
Did you know in I believe it was Freedom Unite, not Freedom Unite, Freedom 2, there's a glitch where you can beat them without doing anything? Well, just waiting.
What?
Really?
Yeah. So you can actually, on his mission, you can actually go, it's in the Forest and Hills. All you have to do, swear to God, is go over to wherever the veggie elder trader is, and I think you paid him like 3 blue mushrooms or some shit like that, and then you sit there. You just literally wait. Time will run out or something along those lines, and it'll say quest complete. Swear to God.
Huh.
Yeah. It'll say quest complete, and you'll get freaking rewards, but you won't get actually the carbs, So I remember
there's actually another spot in that same map.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where like the docks are?
Docks?
Yeah. You grab your sniper rifle and then you shoot him in the head until it goes all the way dead. And then you don't have to fight him later. And his wheelchair shoots up in the air and falls on you and hits you.
Shut up. But yeah,
Metal Gear reference.
The dogs. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know one dog.
Just because it made me think of the end dying
fight
of old age.
Bonnie, any monsters that you hate, that you're afraid of? Not hate because they're annoying. You are afraid.
Well, the first time I started playing it, you got me into it, and you put me to fight that Kutku. I was scared of that because I don't like failing. And yeah, I was scared of that thing, dude. I got a bow and I was killing it from afar. And then after that, it was all good. But then Rajang, Tyrex. But now I'm not scared of any of those. But you know which one I consistently hate, or not that I hate, but get intimidated by now and then because I know he's such a freaking pain in the ass. Pickle.
Pickle? Sure.
Yeah, Pickle, because I'll see him or like a new variant or whatever. He's enraged. I'm like, great. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight that thing. I don't.
Yeah. Pickle's definitely a monster that's he's made to make fear.
Yeah.
And then what's the Geodude run when you break the rocks off? and those eyes are looking at you. You guys all talked about that one, and
Sure,
that one for sure is creepy. That one's creepy.
Definitely creepy. Unfortunately, because we did fight them all, at least I did. I always fought them with you guys. I never took them on solo, so that creep factor or that scary factor just wasn't really there. I wasn't really afraid of him. Like, but no, he's creepy. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've done him solo a bunch of times, and it's very creepy by yourself.
No.
Yeah, it's not as fun because it takes a while to kill it, and it's just always looking at you. Yeah, for sure. But now, like, no, I'll go like let's go kill whatever we're gonna kill, or if I play by myself,
you know what?
I'm fine too.
You're 100%, Bonnie. You're 100% right because every time we play, and then you're like, "What do you want to play?" And I'm like, "Whatever." You're like, "Whatever, whatever." I'm like, "All right, fuck it," and I'll post a quest, even a quest that I'm like, "I don't really want to do this one, but I got Bonnie, so fuck it, we'll be okay." You go, "Okay, let's go," and I'm always expecting you to be like, "Fuck, I don't want to do this one," or "Oh, really?" You're like, "Yep." You're like your first. You're like ready up. I'm like, Bonnie, I posted something. You're like, "Bring," accepted. Like, God damn, you didn't even fucking flinch, Bonnie.
It doesn't matter, dude. It's gonna die. No, but aside from that, yeah, like especially when there's new monsters now, like I can't wait to get hit by their attacks, like to see them up close and personal. And Kriss can probably attest to that. That I usually go and I go see it up close and personal, what it looks like, and I'll just take the hit. I'll be full health, but I'll go purposely take the hit. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. That was so cool. I almost died, but it was so cool. It's totally worth it. I'll probably do it again.
Yep, 100%. She does that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say Pickle, dude, for sure. Pickle the most. Rajang sometimes too, just because I know that they're annoying to begin with, and I know they can be hard. But then when they give them new moves or make them harder and stronger, I know it's definitely gonna be like, okay, here we go, and I have to be careful. I can't just go on autopilot. I actually have to, pay attention to what I'm doing. But I would say that's it.
That's it. I was gonna say like this
and those bugs in wilds. Did you see those weird bugs? Kriss was making fun of me because those things are gross. I don't even want to play with those.
Oh, the spider monsters.
The spider. Whatever they are.
They
dude,
stand up, but they're they kind of look like they're standing up.
They look like predators or something. Yeah, weird predader heads. I don't know,
love
man.
them. I love them. I thought they were so cool. Like it was
they are cool, but I just don't want to play with those.
Yeah, it was a nice change of pace to see like different style of bugs because all the bugs you see are like the beetle type ones or the flying, the flying insects. And it's like it was nice to see a change of pace and that. Was like, oh, that's so awesome! I love these things.
With that said, Noise, that was another thing that there's an options to turn on or off arachnophobia. Yeah, I was like,
that seems to be a very big thing in modern games. Like the first time I saw it was in Grounded. Do you remember that one?
Yes. Yep.
Grounded, and then there's another game that you have an arachnophobia slider.
That's crazy. So it just turns off the number of legs. That's all it does.
It just makes them like not as creepy.
Like, it kind of like it rounds them out. It makes them more like less angular, I guess.
More toy-like, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I get it. When I see a spider in any game, like Skyrim, for example, they're giant fucking spiders. And then when I play in VR, and I'm like, I just don't want to deal with these fucking spiders. But there's no goddamn arachnophobia slider for Skyrim, and you're just like, they're so much bigger in VR, dude. They're so much bigger. And it's just awful.
I don't like spiders too much. Those things just look creepy, dude. They just, I don't know. I didn't like them.
That's the one that brings Spirit of Bonnie. There's going to be a mission that says kill 20 of these spiders.
I'm going to go kill them. Dude, I'm going to be like, oh yeah? Come here. But I'm not going to like enjoy it. I'm just going to be happy they're dead. I'm going to slaughter them all. So I don't have to look at them.
There should be a survival version of that where it's just kill as many as you can in this time period.
As many as you can, yeah. They're just swarming you like crazy. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm scared.
I did want to throw in here real quick. The it's not a monster that scared me. It was an attack that actually scared me. It was what was it called? Elemental Judgment or whatever the fuck it's called from Electreon.
Eschaton Judgment.
There you go, Eschaton. That thing. I remember the first time, because it kind of like mutes your headphones because it goes, and you can barely hear what's going on, and you're like, oh no, we got a big attack coming or whatever. It's all like muffled, and you're like, I can take it. Like Bonnie says, I'll survive. I'm sure I'll be fine. You heal up and then that you see how fast your fucking life bar ticks. You're like, oh, you're like, oh my god. You're like, all of us carded. We're like, okay, let's try it again. This time, when I saw it coming, I was ready. I had my fucking what do you call it, rations or sushi fish or whatever it was.
Sushi fish, yeah, great sushi fish. Yeah,
I had my healing pod ready.
Rations.
Nope, you fucking still just tanking. You're like, holy shit, it's scary. It to me, that was an attack. That was just like, if it came on, you're like, well, I'm done. We're fucking might as well quit, dude. We failed, because especially if,
which is weird, because that compared to Safi Jiva's attack, what's it called? The guiding star or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the teardrop. Yeah,
like, it's so awesome when he does that. Like, that attack is just, because the same thing where it goes quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does that like almost water drop effect when it hits.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, huge explosion. Like, oh, I love it. It gives me chills every time.
You know what? That's very similar. Now we're talking about attacks versus monsters now, but also freaking the comet from what was his name? Behemoth?
Valstrax?
No,
Behemoth, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Behemoth.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, dude, that one was scary, because like he's dropping comments, and you're like, shit, okay, don't break him, guys, fight around and fight, and then it's coming, and you're like, run.
You're hoping one of the things are still intact, and you don't hit them or whatever.
And you're hoping you're not too far from him. That's the other part too. Sometimes you're like, you're waiting for him to do it, and he's not doing it. So you get a little cocky. You're like, fine. You start doing combos on him, and then here he comes, like, you motherfucker, and it feels like the get to the chopper. You're like, no.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. Oh, and those freaking Cherbdits or whatever.
The Chibris.
Oh my gosh, those things are such a pain.
Fuck, man. That was a good monster. Fucking hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of mine. Not Behemoth, but Extremoth.
Oh,
yeah,
Extreme
Behemoth.
Yeah, his Chibris never go away, right?
Yeah, that one.
Or you can't flash him. I think that's what it was.
I can't even remember, but I still haven't defeated him because I get too intimidated, and I'm just like, nope, I can't do it.
He's tough. What's funny about Behemoth is that he technically kills himself when he does his comet, epic comet, ecliptic. What was it? Ecliptic comet.
Ecliptic meteor. Yeah.
There you go. That one. He's technically damaging himself. He actually knocks himself out. That's because remember we failed it. We didn't fail it. A couple of us would faint, and it would say quest complete. And we're like, what the fuck? Yeah. So he actually kills himself, which is pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to survive that last.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You just got to hide behind the comets. No, that one. When I first fought that with you guys, I was just like, oh, okay, this is Behemoth, and then I think someone mentioned it's like it's got some like MMO things, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense because it's a Final Fantasy 14 crossover. So I was like, okay, so someone needs to hold the aggro and this and that, and I was like, okay,
oh yeah,
and that's what I really liked about the fight. And I think regular Behemoth, you can't even defeat him; you only repel him, and then it's Extremoth that is the only one that you could actually like he dies.
Really? I don't remember. I know it did both. But I don't remember.
I think he does die.
I think you do kill. I think you do kill regular Behemoth. Yeah.
Oh, there's two versions. Yeah. There's the regular one where you just repel him, and then the real quest pops up where you beat Behemoth, and then
when you first come up, you repel him, and then you go fight him again. Yep.
Yeah. So I've only beaten Behemoth. I've tried Extremoth, and I just can't. It's too much. It's too much for me. I can't keep track of what the fuck is going on.
Well, solo. I won't lie. Solo. If anyone out there does it solo, then my hat's off to you, because I've seen some YouTube videos, and these are again people that got these meta builds, right? So they can do it to an extent. But if you're not doing a meta build, I have no idea how you're supposed to do extreme solo. Like I said, his Chibris don't fucking go away, or they take forever to go away. I think you only flash him once or twice to stop him from doing a Chibris, because remember it tells you like Behemoth is casting Chibris or flash bomb, he's fucking tough as with the multiplayer, let alone solo. So I'm like, whoever he's beating him solo, my hat's off to you. He was definitely a tough one. Noise, you're 100% right.
Yeah, him and what was the other one? Kieran. I get intimidated by Kieran because it's so small, so I can't.
Oh, with your freaking gun lance.
Yeah, with gun lance, or even with like charge blade. Like, if just stop fucking moving, stop hopping around.
Yeah. I think Kieran was probably one of the reasons why I got away from Greatsword, was because he doesn't stop fucking moving. So what? I'm going back to Sword and Shield or Hammer, because like I need to be able to catch up to you and fucking hit you.
Yeah, and it's just like I can never. I'm never paying attention to the the Pikachu lightning from above things.
Oh, the ground.
Yeah, they fucking just kind of, to me, they come out of nowhere. And really, if I just look at the ground, I know where they're going to hit. But it's just like, I'm so involved in trying to pay attention to this little fucking monster that's an Elder Dragon somehow. But what is he classified as? Just Elder Dragon?
Yeah.
I think his original classification is Fanged Beast.
Damn it, Howard.
Let's see, Kieran.
But I'm not sure if it would say that because he's an Elder Dragon.
Yeah,
but his form, I believe, is just a Fanged Beast.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck Kieran.
But speaking of lightning, though, noise. Did you ever fight White Fatalis or no? No. Okay, because he does a lot of lightning. Let's just say that much. We should definitely fight him. He's so good.
And what game?
It'd have to be Freedom U, I believe.
Oh, that's
either Freedom U or freaking Freedom
GU,
2,
right?
or the other.
GU should have.
GU. Oh, maybe. I think it does, but it's not the same. But if it's there, that's fine. That's fine. He's definitely not the same.
Fine.
And
you know who I would like to fight that I haven't had a chance to yet is Gog Mazios.
Who?
From 4U. Gog Mazios from 4U.
You fight him?
Who?
No, Gog Mazios.
German who?
Gog Mazios.
I don't know who that is.
You know,
this thing,
the big tar monster.
Big tar monster.
It's like a skinny Zamtrios. His head.
I don't really remember that.
Look at, I'm sharing the screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing it, but I just don't remember. I don't remember him, dude.
He was only in 4U.
I honestly don't remember him. I'm gonna have to go fight him and see.
I don't
have to go fight him right now, real quick.
Gog Mazios?
Gog Mazios.
Gog Mazios, yeah.
Gog, G-A-G?
Yep. G-O-G.
My
Golf
switch is right here.
Oscar,
Let me see.
Golf, Michael, Alpha, Zulu, Igloo, Oscar, C.
I'm trying to think if I fought him.
So
I have to look it up.
If you ever watch Pro Noob on called Rage Gaming videos,
yeah, YouTube.
A lot of times they'll make the joke if they're referring to Monster Hunter, they'll say "Oh my Gog" instead of "Oh my God."
Oh my God!
Really? No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I fought this guy. I want to say yes, but I also want to say no. So
I want to say yes too, but I don't remember him.
Yeah, he was only in an arena, and it was his own specific arena.
Really?
Huh.
And it was like a large castle area, and he would be down in the inside the almost looked like a giant what do they call those turrets?
Oh, okay.
And he was down inside there, and you could be down with him and hitting him, or you could use the different ballista or whatever. He has a giant Dragonator on his back as well.
See, I want to say I've done this.
That you can knock off and use. You can hit off him and use it against him.
For you, Dalmazio. What was the other end game? Dalmador, right?
Dalmador, yeah. He was in. I think he was for 4 though. He was a big end monster for that.
Which one had the skeleton monster? The one had fucking skeletons all over his body.
Oh, that was
Necros?
That was for Generations.
Necros. That was Generations. Okay.
Yeah. What was his name? The octopus squid one.
Yeah, like Necros or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So
okay, I don't remember this. Did we not just play it that much? Is that what happened? We didn't play it that much.
For you, I had hell hours on that game. I remember it maybe once. I remember? Because we probably only fought him once, Bonnie. Because it was probably towards the end of it, or it might have been during
You're just over by then, probably.
Yeah, we probably might have been over by it. Apparently, Orochi Kirin is in this game. I don't know if I fought him. That's for you.
I think so. That one sounds familiar to me.
I must have. Because I knew of him, so that's why I wanted him for fucking World. I was like, come on, give us Orochi Kirin.
Yeah.
So
I have one more actually. It's from Monster Hunter Online. It's called Baladay or Baladay, and it's a fucking crustacean. It's a carapacian. Is that how you say it? How do you say it, Chris?
Carapacian, yeah.
Carapacian.
You got it right.
No, I was like carapacion.
You should have.
But yeah, Baladay is a creepy spider crab thing, but it's not exactly him that I always was afraid of, but it's his subspecies Dread Baladay.
Oh shit!
This thing was awful. It was like Nursilla, so it would swing from the ceilings, but it also moved like
that's like a Goss Hogg head, dude.
Well, that's just the shell, and then his claws are down here.
Reminds me of Legend of Zelda. I probably would have loved fighting that thing.
Oh, Goss Hogg face, like you were saying.
Yeah. It looks like a Goss Hogg head skull.
Yeah. But yeah, it moved like Nursilla, but also like Shogun and Cianator. No wait, Shogun, Cianator, and what is it?
Hermitor.
No.
Hermitor, yeah.
Well, yeah, Hermitor, but he doesn't go on ceilings.
Right. Yeah, on the ground it moved like those, and then on the ceiling it moved like Nursilla. And yeah, it caused freaking
Legend of Zelda hands, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. That's what it made me think of. It made me think of the goddamn
You know
hands
what?
from Legend of Zelda.
That thing does creep me out, though. Those
What were the
damn
hands
hands. I
called?
hate it. I dreaded
Wall
coming them
masters.
down. Yeah.
You know what's funny? The hands from Wind Waker creep me out more.
Yeah.
I know they're more animated and everything, but the fact that they come out of the ground instead of the ceiling. Do you remember?
No, I'm gonna look them up right now.
Dude, well that'll be for our Legend of Zelda podcast.
Wind Waker?
Yeah, Wind Waker. Here, I'll show you.
You know what?
Freaking
I want
Kriss.
to play Wind Waker 1. So.
Yeah,
what are
German
they
wasn't
called?
a big fan of Wind Waker.
Wall Masters.
I think they're
That's
called
too bad I hate Zelda, apparently.
Wall Masters.
You know
Wall
what, Kriss?
Masters?
You don't know about the guy in the bathroom, the ghost, the hand. You don't know about it. So yeah, you hate it. You hate it.
No, but I'm looking for Wind Waker
Jeez.
ones.
Are they purple-ish?
They are purple. They're like purple outlined but completely black.
Yeah. I'm looking at one right now.
Like I don't know why, because they come out of the ground. They're a lot creepier. They kind of remind me of like the Ocarina of Time hands.
Yeah,
the white
from
hands.
the Red Dead, or what was his name? Fucking.
He was called Dead Hand, actually.
Dead Hand. Yeah. Definitely more like him. Yeah, the Dead Head. Put that guy in Monster Hunter. That thing was scary as fuck, dude.
Yeah, and the sound he would make when you hear him.
Yeah. Did you see the gift I sent about the Soul Punisher? That's Joss Hogg's move right there.
Yeah. But yeah, that thing. I wish they would bring Beladay. I wish they would bring like all the monsters from all the generations in, because
same. That's what I'm saying. I want
there's just so many.
I realized I said Monster Hunter Ultimate, and I meant like Smash Brothers Ultimate. Like I want every fucking monster.
That'd be awesome.
Keep them in rotation. I mean, they don't have to be all at once or something. Just swap them out every month or something. I don't know. I want every monster, every single.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And like have them as hard as they were on the PSP and all that.
Jeez. Have a fucking hitbox slider. Like, how bad do you want your hitbox to be?
Yeah. And it gives you a visual. Like, do you want it?
Hell.
Do you want it as small as a Great Jaggy or as big as a Plesioth?
The hitbox slider. Jeez.
Yep. But those are the monsters I could think of.
Cool.
I really think about them since I soloed those sons of bitches in there. I don't feel comfortable doing them solo. That's the only way I can like figure out which ones I don't like. It's the ones that if I have to do them solo, I don't want to do them solo.
So I'm confused on this guy, this Dread Beladay.
Beladay, yeah.
Where the fuck are his arms? Did he just headbutt you or something?
So so this is what he looks like, the regular one, Beladay. So the Dread one, right now he has his claws in front of him.
Oh, that's okay.
And then his shells in the back.
Okay,
where it looks like
again, because
eyes.
I'm keep thinking it's a fucking skull. So I'm like, does he just like headbutt you? Is that all? He just walks around, bam.
No, but that's how he walks up to you. He like puts his claws in front of him, and then he walks slowly towards you, and it's awful.
Dude, that's super spooky. Yeah, I like that monster a lot. But we know what would be Bonnie's pet if this was one of the monsters.
She's like, I want this as a pet. Yeah, that's why I'm sad that online went away.
I want that for Christmas.
But yeah, super creepy, weird monster, but it was fun. I definitely don't remember defeating it ever. But yeah, that I guess that does it for
yeah.
Nobody else got any more comments?
No, not really.
Talk about Punch Out some more?
Yeah.
How Punch Out was racist.
I know, right? They put Donkey Kong at the end instead of Mike Tyson. Come on. Come on, you guys. That's racist.
All right, so is there our next monster and topic?
What's gonna be you or Noise have to pick it?
No, I already picked.
No,
right?
Noise or Kriss.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Noise or Kriss.
Yeah. Kriss doesn't get a pick.
Well, so far we're picking monsters that are kind of liked, but not very liked.
This was gonna be an interesting week, like I said. This one for sure.
Yeah.
Or session.
I feel like Kriss, if you pick one or I pick one, I feel like it should be also another monster that's kind of like meh, so that we could have a really hard time. At the end, trying to pick which one we're gonna keep as.
Yeah, I'm
pets
trying to
shit.
think of what it could be. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to kind of like piggyback off of one that we already mentioned in this episode.
Why not?
Which would be Somnicanth.
Why not? Screw it.
I fucking hate Somnicanth.
Let's do it. Let's do
what a boring monster, dude. Oh god.
Let's do Otterbox.
I was like, which is that one? But I just remember it's the otter, right?
Yeah.
I would. You're so right. I would forget
Otter
the
Mermaid
game half the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
who?
We'll
Like, oh yeah.
We'll do Somnicanth then.
Yeah, let's do that. Because
technically piggybacked Gus Hogg, because we talked about it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to fight him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great. We get to fight Somnicanth. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Yep. And the variant, right?
The variant.
Oh, yeah. It's
Aurora. Yeah.
Aurora. Yeah. Okay.
I don't mind the order.
We need a subject either from me or Kriss again, right? Because
yeah, more or less, or anybody.
Well, do we want to talk about the helping other hunters and stuff?
Sure,
or
Kriss.
do we want
to
do something else?
We'll do that. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm dying to say that, man, for like weeks.
Okay, and handler.
You know why? Because he's the low rank hunter, so he wants people to help him. I just think if you were to help crappier hunters, it'd be good for the game. You know?
Yeah,
you know, hunters who like just
something from it too.
If you see me online, just jump into my session. You know?
Yeah, you get rewards.
I always have a flare.
Capcom made it so that you get double rewards. Yeah, I don't know if they told me that.
And I'll give you $1.
Yeah, and I'll send you a quesadilla maker.
Oh man!
All right, so Somnicanth, and for reals this time, the helping noobs out and
lower rank.
Yeah, not just because of rewards, but because that's just the way the monster community has always been. I've always liked that about this game. I never felt like at the beginning I did feel like that with you guys. I was like, oh shit, am I playing with fucking pros? And one of them was Kriss. So I was like, oh no, I think we're all well rounded out. So I think we're good.
And then you saw we had a Kriss, and you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm better than him. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know what? Like I said, we'll leave it for next week. But yeah, I always felt that too. It's like I kind of want to post this mission, but I don't know if people are gonna want to help me. And then like you start joining random ass missions, and then they'll be like, you post. Like I'm like, oh, okay, this. They're like, good, let's go. And you're like, I love it. I love this game.
Yeah, especially if you're the lower rank, most people will let you post and just keep posting.
Yeah, because they'll blaze through it.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday after Bonnie got off, we got on to PC version of Rise and helped our buddy out Spy, and only he can make the lobby because he's low. He hasn't gotten a sunbreak yet. So okay, and yeah, we're like just post whatever your next mission is. That's what we'll do, and we'll spank the ever-loving shit out of that monster.
I accidentally bought that one on my PlayStation, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Rise.
Accidentally, yeah.
Yeah, Rise and Sunbreak.
Oh, it was an accident. That's right. Yeah, you went.
So I don't know if you know.
Get a refund, bro.
No,
it's too late now. But I don't know if you know. So you knew that I owe Kriss fucking PlayStation Plus for like 3 fucking years now.
3 years? What? Not even.
Well, it might as
it's
well.
Like 2 years.
Kriss,
dude.
come on, it might as well.
Bro, I've been saying I was gonna get you fucking PlayStation Plus forever, dude. And I was like, yeah, next week. And then Bonnie didn't have it either, and I felt bad. I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, and I went and got gift cards for them. And so Bonnie had like $20 left over or whatever, because PlayStation Plus was only like $80 or something like that. I don't know the full details. And I guess she clicked on the fucking game and she fucking bought it.
Oh no!
She was like just checking on
my wallet. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see how much money I had left, but it's different now. And well, yeah, it like asked me for my password, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I did that, and then it just instantly confirms your purchase. Like I didn't get to see my wallet or anything, dude.
Yeah, it was she was entering her password to deposit funds and buy the game.
Did Bonnie tell you the great story afterwards of what happened?
No.
What great story?
So back when I had first, or shortly after I had lost my PlayStation Plus, she's like, oh, I'll ask around, I'll talk to some people, see if they can maybe help. I was like, yeah, sure. I'll probably be able to afford it in a few months. 2 years later, I finally can get it. And so she's like, oh, Tony gave you a $25 gift card. I was that's so awesome.
I said, here, someone donate anonymously $25, right? And he goes like, oh, tell Tony I say thank you. I was like, all right, whatever, right?
I could have sworn you told me it was Tony.
Nope, I did not. You assumed it was Tony.
Damn.
I must have heard someone and heard it as Tony, so I don't know.
It was a text, liar. I have the text.
What?
Come on, handler.
I don't know how okay. Well, I'm not saying I don't remember correctly. I'm just saying I could have sworn you said Tony, but if you didn't, okay. But I could have sworn it was that you had mentioned at some point it was Tony. But yeah, so this whole time I thought it was Tony, and I was like, oh, Bonnie, here, let me help you out, blah blah blah. So I gave her $75.
Yeah, but he's rubbing it in my face.
I wasn't rubbing in your face.
Yeah, he was.
No more than usual.
E-Rock would know. E-Rock would know. He would agree.
Come to find out, she was the one that gave me the $25, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I paid her back in triple, and so that's the story.
Yes, scammed.
Yeah.
It was funny. You had to have been there, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's because Kriss didn't tell it right. That's why.
That's true. It's like all my stories. You think I'm going to build up something, and that's the end. What?
Oh, I should have been
playing my music. Yeah.
a little late, but but yeah, okay, cool. I mean,
So
yeah,
cool.
that seems to be like a thing with us. We're all kind of like paying for each other's online shit.
Yeah.
Somehow here and there. Anyways, okay, cool. Well, that'll do it for this week. Kriss did the intro, and I'll do the outro. If I can find my notes here. It's been a minute. But yeah, this was I almost said coding calls.
It's gonna be like that one night again. We stayed up way too late. We gotta do that again.
Yeah,
I'm sure more people want to hear that again.
Oh God, no. Where the
hear
shit?
it live.
And Bonnie was hearing me. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm die over there.
I'm fucking done. I quit.
Yeah, because he muted us on VBAN, but he didn't mute Bonnie on Discord.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was dying, dude. I was like,
can you guys hear German? He's dying.
Okay, I did hear Bonnie say he's dying.
And it wasn't until like my third rant to where I was like, "Oh shit, Buddy Hell is fucking hearing all this."
Damn it, I wish I was hearing
done.
that.
I was done because I was like, "I'm done. I quit. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over."
Yeah, he's like, "Let's go."
I'm not quit. I'm not coming back.
I'm not coming back. He was dying, guys. He was dying.
It's like game over, man. Game over.
Oh man. Alrighty, well, this was the Gathering Hub. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If you want, you can hit us up at info@pixel-benders.com with any questions, concerns, or suggestions and stories and stuff like that. Which monster scared you or still scares you to this day? Or multiple monsters that creep you out that you just don't want to do solo and that you feel better doing as a group. You could also visit us at pixel-benders.com, and you can see all our other content. We do another podcast that we often reference here on this one, and we keep talking about it, but pretty soon we're going to do some more stuff, but we will, we promise. You can also join our Discord, which is absolutely free. Just come hang out, talk some smack at Kriss, and see when we're playing online, if we remember to stream it on Discord, or just join us. We'll probably post like, hey, we're playing, and maybe hand out some friend codes so people can just join us. And then you can also hit us up on our socials at Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit. I posted like 3 things on Reddit. You guys,
I saw that. Yeah,
go check out Reddit.
I better get on Discord, bro.
Yeah. Well, we had a break and no one was on there for a minute. But yeah, just search up Pixel Benders anywhere on those socials and you'll find us. And then if you'd like to support us directly, you can support us on Patreon. You get live access to the pod recordings. Like right now, you'd hear all the weird shit and you could see the stuff that we share our screen about. Mm-hmm. And you also get early access to episodes. They go up as soon as I'm done editing them. And you also get a chance to be our guest. We'll interview you and praise you on how you, by default, are already better than Kriss.
Yep.
True.
Or if you want E-Rock to be our guest and see how we really let Kriss have it, that's also fun.
Oh yeah, why hasn't Eric been a guest? What the hell? He doesn't listen to the podcast.
Actually, he does listen to this one. He told me.
No way.
Yeah.
Something is holding his attention more than 10 minutes. It's bonkers. More than a TikTok.
Well, now granted, he told me this when we were on probably our like 5th or 6th episode, and he still hadn't finished the first episode.
Look, Cameron, why did you have to ruin it? You just could have left it at that.
I'm just being honest. Honest Abe, that's what they call
him. He's not even here to defend himself. How dare you?
I know. I need an Eric sound effect. What's that Eric? The oh my glob?
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, Kriss doesn't know where that's from either.
I do.
Who is it?
Yeah, because we have to tell him.
Well, I know it's from.
Who is it?
Where?
It's Princess. I can't remember her name.
It's LSP.
Say it, go away. Go.
LSP.
Yeah, Lumpy's
LSP
favorite
wearing
princess.
garbage for clothes. That's my favorite episode of that.
Princess, what's her name is from fucking
Earthworm Jim. Yeah.
So
Princess, what's her name?
I was really hoping you would say Princess, what's her name? I was like, nope, wrong. Earthworm Jim, great game.
Love Earthworm Jim. Great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. I was Luis, aka Noise.
I'm Dammit Kriss, aka Faller.
Guys, I'm Contra, aka Riser.
I'm Ice, and I'll leave it at that. See you next time.
First try, you guys. We all got our names right. The first.
Yeah.
I know. I was waiting
That's
too. I was
2
like,
weeks in a
is
row.
Chris gonna mess it up?
Never
Alright,
laying
guys.
that down.
All right, guys. Well, happy hunting, and don't forget, kill, because he's a serial killer. Get it? Goodbye.